Hello everyone, I'm Joanna Worotyńska from PushPushGo. It's very nice to have you here. I'm pleased to introduce you to Ireneusz Klimczak from GetResponse, and welcome to the first webinar in our series Ecommerce Web Academy. Today, Irek will tell you more about how to get ahead of your competition by creating an effective newsletters and mailings during the Black Friday and Christmas period. So I think that we can start. For now, I will give microphone to Irek. Of course, after our transmission, there will be a quick questions and answers session. So please give us your questions on chat box, and I will write it down, and we will try to give you an answers after webinar. So please stay tuned, and Irek, microphone is yours.
Okay, thanks Asha, thanks so much, thanks for having me, and guys, thank you for joining us. Yeah, I promise it's going to be quite quick and informative. So before we actually dig in, before we start with the webinar itself, I also wanted to give you an idea of something really useful which is relevant to the topic of today's email. So if you are interested in the topic of holidays and email marketing, so feel free to visit our blog at getresponse.com, because there you will find holiday marketing campaigns guide. So this is like a really content heavy blog post, and it's all related to today's webinar. So I think that it's, you know, a great content piece that will be complementary with everything that we'll talk about today. And the second thing is that if you go to the resources, you will have also like a free resource, which is 8 marketing automation workflows for holiday campaigns. So those of you who are thinking about using marketing automation, or those of you who already use marketing automation, will find a lot of inspiration and a lot of really cool ideas for your campaigns. Cool. So okay, let's dig in. Today I wanted to talk with you about like 5 email marketing tactics that will help you through the holiday season, and actually they will help you to ignite your holiday sales. So the first tactic I'm going to talk about is actually creating or using holiday templates. So this is, it sounds very basic, but in fact, sometimes it happens that, only like large enterprises or like, companies that do have like designers, they think about it. They think about creating their own customized templates, holiday themed. But in fact, if you use, any kind of professional marketing or email marketing platform, you will find a lot of stuff that you can use, even if you are like, a solopreneur, or if you run online marketing individually as a one-man army. So, for example, here there is a screen from GetResponse panel. So, as you can see, you have a lot of email marketing templates, like seasonal email marketing templates to choose from. The cool thing about it is that you can use a template and you can actually customize it. Just to make sure that it that everything is in accordance with your brand identity. So you can just change individual elements. You can play with colors. You can add your brand colors. You can add your logo. You can add additional segments. You can basically use the template as a backbone, and then you can do actually whatever you wish. But the cool tactic is actually to use the holiday themed templates. Same, I think that the same is with landing pages. So if you don't have graphic design skills, or if you don't have a graphic designer in your team, don't worry, because you still you have access to a lot of valuable resources. All you need to do is just browse through the platform you're using, and I'm pretty sure that you will be able to come up with some really cool designs, and you will be able to customize your templates, particularly for your email marketing campaigns. So one of the examples. This is a fragment of an email from Bath and Body Works. As you can see, this is Christmas offer, right? So we've got this information that Christmas scents are here. So all you need to do in order to create such an email is actually create your original photo, yeah. And then with this photo, you will be able to use a template and create a great looking newsletter for Christmas, Black Saturday, Cyber Monday, yeah, or just any kind of holiday that you want to run an email marketing campaign for. So this is it. I also wanted to tell you something about a cool application, cool app. It's called Beam. So those of you actually who are using email marketing, I'm pretty sure that you are also present in social media. So this app is really useful because you can easily promote your business on social media. And actually what it does, it uses templates, right? So whenever you feel like, you know, running your online marketing campaign, so of course, like, you know, we were talking about email, but if you are also present in the social media space, I highly recommend just checking out Beam, because it might be something you're looking for. A really, really cool app. Okay, so the second tactic is using holidays to build your contact list. Especially in the e-commerce, there is a clear correlation between the size of your email list and your expected ROI. Yeah? So if you want to make email marketing a really good source of revenue, so make sure that you use holidays in order to build your list. Yeah, the more contacts you have, the more people subscribe, the more sales generated. So one of the obvious examples here, this is this great e-commerce web academy that we are so lucky to be part of. The thing is that and actually PushPushGo just they figured out that it's going to be a really cool idea to run just a series of useful webinars. And the thing is that you get access to useful content, and all you need to do is actually you need to subscribe to the list. And this is a really nice way to build your email contact list, because webinars and usually people who subscribe for a webinar or want to attend the webinar, these are people who are really interested in your topic, in the topic of the webinar, in what you have to say. So these are people who create this so-called high-quality email list, right? Because these are people who are interested. So yeah, this is one of the ways to build your list, just by organizing, for example, a webinar. Another example comes from a company called Printful. This is actually a fragment of the website. So as you can see, they have a lot of really valuable content for e-commerce, especially for SMBs in e-commerce. And this is interesting because you are free to read through their content. You don't need to do anything actually. This is for free. But as you can see, you've got this nice sign-up form, and it just says that stay up to date and subscribe to our blog, right? So if you read through the articles and you feel like this is something for you, you can easily subscribe, and then whenever something new pops up, you are sure that you're going to be among the first people to get it, right? So yeah, this is one of the tactics that should be on your radar. So make sure that you use holidays in order to build your list. Another thing is collecting meaningful information and segmenting your list accordingly. So when we think about building a list, we usually offer some information, some content, some valuable stuff. But in order to run successful email marketing campaigns, we also need to collect valuable information about our subscribers. So the thing is that you actually you need to know who these people are. What are they interested in? What kind of products they are looking for. So basically, the more data you have, or actually the more meaningful information you have, the easier it is to run personalized campaigns. Yeah? Because I think that most of you have heard that the average ROI of email marketing is something like 3,800%, which basically means that if you invest $1, you can expect to get like $38 in return. But bear in mind that this is the average. Yeah. So if we think about people who send like the same email to everyone, I'm pretty sure that their ROI is below that number. But on the other hand, actually, all the people who use technology in order to segment the list and in order to collect some meaningful data, so all the marketers who actually know who their contacts are, I'm pretty sure they can go above this, 38. Yeah, so it's like 3,800. You can actually expect much more if you use technology. So here's how to do that. This is one example from one of my favorite companies as it comes to e-commerce and as it comes to email marketing in e-commerce. So guys, if you are interested in really cool examples, I highly recommend subscribing to their list actually. The company is called Uncommon Goods, and the company is sort of like a marketplace for different artists and people who actually create really unique and creative products. And as you can see, this whole email is designed in such a way that we've got a pile of boxes, pile of presents, but each of these presents is a segment. Yeah, so actually based on my click, you could get some meaningful information. You could figure out actually what I am looking for. So the thing is that if I'm looking for a present for a kid, I would definitely, I'm more likely to click kids, right? If I'm actually looking for a present for my coworker or like a person who happens to be a music lover, then I would click another segment. So as you can see, very often it starts with a design. Yeah? If you design your email in such a way that you've got clear segments and you can just collect some meaningful data from it, this is the way to do it. So I will talk about marketing automation in a moment. But the idea is that depending on my click, yeah. So for example, if I click kids, using marketing automation, you can automatically assign a tag kids, yeah, to my email address, and then you will know that I'm the kind of person who sometimes is looking for any products for kids. So then it will help you with sending me another follow-up email. Yeah, so it will help you choosing the right content to suggest. Yeah. Okay, another example, the same company. This is a bit hardcore because it is product oriented, and here you can actually distinguish between the customers who love llamas, dinos, and tacos, right? So this might be a bit extreme, I would say, because this is hyper personalized. But anyways, depending on your product or service, I'm pretty sure that you can also figure out some email segments that actually are product related. Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of this design. I'm a huge fan of actually the way this company does email marketing. So you can expect some more emails from Uncommon Goods soon. But another example is from Tom's. This is also very clear but very informative email. And the thing is that if you take a look at those boxes here in the lower part, so as you can see, these are clear segments, right? First of all, we've got like 3 segments, which is like price category. So we can, if I click, for example, in this box, like under 25, you can also assign a tag, and then you could recommend me some more products which are under $25 soon, yeah? Because maybe I'm within this group of customers that never go for like more expensive products. On the other hand, if I go for under 75, it can also like help you with choosing the right products for any further communication. And here we have gender, right? So we have women, men, and kids. For those of you who run fashion e-commerce, I'm pretty sure that you understand how important it is to figure out as soon as possible, if particular person is interested in women's fashion or men's fashion, right? Because then we are able actually to send relevant communication. Alrighty. The next thing, automate your email communication. Yeah. So this is interesting because we've been talking about marketing automation for like many years as industry, yeah, or as marketers. But in fact, when we take a look at the studies, it seems that still like around 30% of companies use marketing automation, and like there is like a vast majority of companies, they are not familiar with the concept. So I think that maybe one of the ideas is that it sounds a bit technical. It sounds, like something that you need a huge budget for, or you need like, dedicated team to operate your marketing automation platform or whatever. But simply it's not true. Yeah, this is actually, it's all about using very intuitive platform, and it's just about creating meaningful communication patterns. So I also wanted to show you something. This is actually how it looks like. So for example, still like this is based on GetResponse, but you can choose a template. So just like we were talking about email templates and landing pages or landing page templates. When we think about marketing automation flows, like workflows, you can also start with a template, and this is exactly how what it looks like. So as you can see, there is a pre-designed communication pattern. This particular workflow is a win-back campaign, and it starts. I mean, it consists of 8 elements, and the first element is actually the cart. So let's imagine that somebody was browsing through your website, added a few products to the cart, and just forgot about it. Yeah. So of course, this person didn't purchase anything. So after some time, you can configure this workflow, and you can remind that there are certain products still waiting for this person, right? So you can actually create this automatic win-back campaign for all the people who leave something behind. So you would basically use these elements and just drag and drop them in the arena, and very easily in just a few seconds you can create this communication flow. So let me just tell you briefly how this particular workflow works. So okay, if anyone leaves the cart, you would send an email, yeah, like with a reminder, and then we have like two possibilities. First option is that somebody clicks the link in your email, and then you can assign a tag, yeah, or this person doesn't click the link, yeah. So then you can, after some time, you can send another message, and then if this person clicks particular link in the message, you can assign a tag or assign totally different tag, like for example, not engaged or not interested, whatever. So as you can see, this is the whole concept, yeah, that you can go beyond a single message, but you can actually figure out what kind of sequence you need, and you can also like follow the actions of your subscriber. Yeah? So you will actually be able to create 2 segments of people who, for example, visited your website, and those who actually didn't open, because maybe these are the people who are simply not ready to buy it, or maybe they're not interested in your product. But the thing is that you can use the workflow, you can use the tool, you can use it pretty easily, and then collect meaningful information. Okay, and this 5th tactic I would like to talk about is actually using incentives. So it's very important in e-commerce actually to make sure that your customers know your product very well, but they also know that this is the best time to make a purchase, yeah, because this is what it's all about actually. We want to use email marketing to grow the business, right? We want to make sales. So actually incentives, this is a huge part of the process. So this is an example from, it's a fragment of an email from Barnes and Noble. Yeah, so this is an online bookstore. I mean, not only online, but I really like this particular fragment because as you can see, this is discount, so you have 10% off, and this is very popular incentive. But what I like about this fragment is that it's like you have two options. The first one is a store coupon, so you can basically figure out how many people are maybe somewhere close to your brick and mortar store. So you could maybe segment them. And maybe you could just run some, dedicated campaigns to the people who visit your location, your physical location. Yeah, and you've got on the right hand side, you've got 10% off for online shoppers. And another cool thing is that you've got this clear information that the whole discount or the promo ends Monday. So today this is very fresh actually, because it's I found it today in my inbox. So we've got Friday. So clearly, if I want to buy something and I've got a discount like 10%, which is which ends on Monday. So clearly I've got like 3 days or like 4 days to think about it, and I need to make up my mind. Yeah. So this is an incentive that I would recommend this kind of combination of like first you offer a discount, but you also have this time limited offer. So you create this sense of urgency. I'm pretty sure that it might work for quite a few subscribers, right? Another example from the same company here. This is like a fragment of an email with a gift guide. So this is wonderful because this is also something really important during the holiday season, that actually sometimes we are just overwhelmed with the number of products that are available, especially if we think of such companies like Barnes and Noble, where you can browse through thousands and thousands of books. So how do you decide which is the particular book? I mean, what is the one you're looking for? So first of all, you can use the gift guide to make up your mind, to decide what is the perfect book for you for the occasion. And the second thing is take a look at this short information here. So for everyone who buys this particular book and buys it in the physical store, I mean, you will get basically you will get a free coffee. Yeah, when you purchase this book at store. So I think that this is really cool because it might also convince quite a few people to visit your store instead of ordering online, especially if they need to pay for the shipping. So instead of paying for shipment, you can visit the store and you will get a free coffee. Quite a cool combination as well. Okay, here another example from Lash Cosmetics. This is nice because this company uses the USPs. So actually, they actually present their products, and they know that their products are unique. So they are using actually the unique features of their product in order to promote the stuff and to incentivize the purchase. So for example, that this company is against testing cosmetics on animals. So you can be sure whatever you buy here is actually not tested this way. It's handmade, and it's also like it doesn't. They call it like it's naked package, which means basically that it's not covered in plastic. So for those of you who actually think about how you spend your money and you want to be, I don't know, environmentally friendly. So this is really nice information, and this is, I'm pretty sure that it might be an incentive to choose the products of this particular company among competitors, right? So I just wanted to tell you that it's not only about discounts, it's not only about free shipping, but I really encourage you to use your product to actually show in what way your products are unique, and try to incentivize the purchase by actually showing your product and services in this way. Another example from Uncommon Goods. So this is a secret sale, but the really cool thing here is actually that it's for email subscribers only. So this is it not only incentivizes the purchase, but actually this particular information incentivizes the subscription, because what they are doing here is like they are telling subscribers that, guys, you are important to us, and whenever there is something going on, we would like you to be the first people who get to know about it. So as you can see, this is just a clear message that it's really worthwhile to subscribe, because then you can be among the first people, right, to know about sales or something that's happening at the moment. And another example, and I think that this is going to be the last example before the Q&A part. This is the abandoned cart message. So this is why it says too good to pass up. As you can see, it's still like without any form of discount or whatever. They know that their products are so cool, and they are really confident in their products. So they just inform you that maybe these are too good to pass up. And the thing is that they also say that perhaps it's a good idea to take another look before they sell out. So you've got this kind of sense of urgency as well, yeah, which is, I think, a very good way to put it, and I'm pretty sure that it is effective. But here there is this another segment, and we have three categories that I would like to pay attention to. The first thing is an opinion of a satisfied customer, right? So this is so-called social proof. I think that this is very useful for people who are thinking about buying something for you for the first time. So if you actually make it clear that there are some customers that are satisfied customers, and you just quote them, I think that it might be something that convinces people that, okay, I'm pretty confident that this company is okay, I'm going to buy from them. Another segment here, it just says that this company donates money. Yeah? So still, if you are thinking about where to buy a particular product, it might convince you that this company also shares some part of the profit with charities. The cool thing is that you can also help choose them, the particular non-profit that you would like to donate to. So quite a cool thing. And another thing which is really important during the holiday season, these are returns and exchanges. Yeah, so especially when we want to buy something as a present, as a gift, there is a chance, I hope that it won't happen to you guys, but there is a chance that you buy something, but it turns out that, well, maybe it's not the perfect present. So the person that you give the present to would like to exchange it or return it. So here, if you just make it clear that it's possible, it might work as an excellent incentive during the holiday season. Yeah, but as I said, I hope that it's not going to be the case here, guys. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, so we've spent 30 minutes talking about those 5 email tactics. Yeah, if you are interested in just getting more info, visit our blog and visit the resources. There's a lot of valuable content waiting for you. And yeah, I guess that we can move on to this Q&A part.
Thank you, Irek, for all of these inspirations. During your presentation, I've noticed one question from Olha.
Okay, cool.
Now you can see it
Oh, that's cool. So maybe I will read it aloud and then I will try to explain it or just answer the question. So Or right. Sometimes great and interesting design can look awful depending on the different mailboxes. Especially, I had always problems with Outlook. How to secure yourself and to be sure that your email looks great on every email platform as well as mobile and desktop. This is a great question, Olha, and the answer is you need to test it. So in fact, you need to test it very often, regularly, and just before you actually send it out. Yeah. You just need to pay attention to those, especially those inboxes that used to be a problem. So here, actually, I would just, bombard Outlook with your designs and just, check how it, what it looks. This is a common problem. So don't worry about that. The thing is that, if you use professional email marketing platforms, it's not going to be a huge thing, because basically all the templates that are offered are actually designed in such a way, and they are also tested in order to make sure that your emails look great, whatever the platform. But if you actually use HTML and if you create your own designs, so testing is the only option, right? The thing is that we don't know what it's going to be like before we send it. So yeah, I would just go for testing. Cool. Thanks, Olga. Thanks for your question. Any other questions?
I can see more questions, or maybe just one.
Cool.
Oh, another question from Olha.
All right. So as I understand, an email with left card is integrated with the user account. Do I understand correctly? In order to be able to send such kind of email, customers should be logged in his account. Right. If I understand your question correctly, you need this sort of integration between your e-commerce platform and email marketing platform. That's true. So actually, then actually you will be able to send abandoned cart emails. So whenever somebody leaves, but basically it works like if anybody puts a product in the cart but doesn't make a purchase, it works like a timer. Yeah. So then actually you could decide when to start with this abandoned cart email, because sometimes you send the first message. This is actually cool thing, because very often we think about like one email only, like abandoned cart email, but I would suggest going for like abandoned cart sequence. So for example, you could think about sending 3 emails, and this is actually when you find marketing automation really useful, because you can create this workflow with 3 messages, and you could automatically send the first message, let's say, after 30 minutes. So this is going to be pretty effective with the people who are browsing through different companies. They actually do heavy research, and maybe they will forget about you. So then actually you can remind them after 30 minutes, and then you can send an email, the second email after 1 day, and then maybe the third email after 2 days, and then you make sure that you actually remind about your products and people who, because sometimes the reason why people don't purchase a product is very simple. They are just not ready yet. Yeah, so they just want to, for example, they want to add products to the cart in order to check the total price. So if this is the case, you can remind them in a sequence, yeah, after 30 minutes, after 1 day, 2 days. But answering your question, yeah, you need this kind of integration. It needs to be integrated with your e-commerce platform. It also gives you a lot of other benefits, because basically you are able to collect information about past purchases, about particular products that your customers are interested in. So you could plan and send and run personalized email marketing campaigns that really bring results. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Any other questions?
I think that there's no no more questions left.
Okay.
So thank you all for your time. Thanks for joining us, and I
Thanks
hope
for
that
having me. Yeah.
yes, of course, and I hope that we will see and hear each other next Friday when we will speak more about content marketing and social media during hot Cyber Monday and Black Friday seasons. So just stay tuned and meet us again. Thank you, Irek, for your time and for our great cooperation.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks for joining us and see you next time.
Bye bye.
I see you.